news is spoken by an automated script. The news is taken from the information available on the internet. We do not take any responsibility. There might be some minor glitches in the script. Kindly ignore them. And yeah, no humans were harmed during making of the news. Less than P greater than New York. Patients who had organ transplants remain vulnerable to COVID-19 infections even after a second vaccine dose. Finds a study that urges people who are immunocompromised to strictly adhere to wearing masks and maintain physical distancing. Even the logistics prior to May 1 leveraged the state-owned Universal Immunization Program (UIP) infrastructure, which had a solid network of around 29,000 cold chain points across the country to store the vaccines at recommended temperatures. No driver likes being asked to let his teammate past. But it's something Valtteri Bottas dutifully did for Mercedes' greater good in Sunday's Spanish Grand Prix, even if he admitted he could have let him by sooner. Redmi recently launched a game-focused version of its premium K40 smartphone with MediaTek's flagship Dimensity 1200 processor. Now, the prolific leaker Digital Chat Station claims the Xiaomi-owned brand will launch a device with the next step down. The one. First, take a backup of all the important chats and information by exporting chats and then saving messages and media. NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter has added many firsts to its kitty. After becoming the first to test power flight on another world and to capture the color image of the Martian surface, the mini helicopter has now completed its fifth flight with the first SHO. NASA's SpaceX Crew 1 members recently returned to Earth after a 6-month stint on the ISS. In a live Q&A this week, the mission was celebrated for its diverse. Kangana Ranawat recently tested positive for COVID-19 and while making the announcement, she said that the virus was a small-time flu that got too much press. Instagram has taken down the post. BCCI President Sourav Ganguly on Sunday said that the Indian team, sans the top players, will tour Sri Lanka in July for a limited overs bilateral series. Shweta Tiwari's estranged husband Abhinav Kohli has launched a fresh attack on her. Shweta is in South Africa to shoot for Katran Ke Khiladi 11 and he claims that she has abandoned their son. Mucormycosis, a serious fungal infection but otherwise rare, has been observed in a number of COVID-19 patients recently. While there is no major outbreak, the National COVID Task Force has issued an advisory. India News, discussing the implications of the recent round of assembly polls for the opposition. Senior Congress MP Abhishek Singhvi told Subodh Ghildial that a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket on Sunday launched 60 Starlink internet satellites into orbit early and the center on Sunday said that mucormycosis, a fungal infection detected in COVID-19 patients with uncontrolled diabetes and prolonged intensive care unit (ICU) stay, is likely turn fatal if uncared. An oxygen tanker truck that was to arrive by then to refill the hospital tank was delayed as the driver reportedly lost his way. Some virus RNA can be reverse transcribed and inserted into the human genome. Finds a new study, which may explain why some people who had already recovered from COVID-19 would sometimes inexplicably test positive on a PCR test weeks or even months later.